Hey, how's it going? I've got amazing news today. Actually, one of our online students, which I have never met, has constructed himself a 5-room dome home in rural India. So they had some serious challenges, and I can only relate because I just came back from Nepal, where we couldn't get the ferro cement. We had to use bamboo for this round window. In Nepal, where the aircrete machine blew up, and we had to find these eco blocks. And actually, thanks God to Perlet, which is this brother who has built himself a home. Only because of his email, I knew that there are these eco blocks that are using fly ash waste product from metal smelting companies mixed with a little bit of cement. They're not quite as lightweight as aircrete, but they are cuttable and they are light. So because of that email, I knew that we could find these bricks in Nepal, and it actually saved it saved us in Nepal, because our aircrete machine blew, being 110 volt on a 220 system in Nepal. It just exploded even before I arrived. So when I received this email, which I'm going to read to you now, and I'll show you some footage of how low-tech it can go when building a dome home. Yeah, this email is just it's actually put tears in my eyes. I was jumping for joy because, yes, we have had quite a few success stories from our online students building wetlands and little dog huts, but this guy just went and built himself a 5-room dome home, way bigger than this. So listen up. And he bought the training only in end of July last year. Dear Lasha, namaste. As an online student of your Ayurveda course, first of all, thank you for all the fabulous course and sharing of all your videos, ideas that work, the mistakes, the failures, etc. By watching the videos on your course, I feel as that I've been there in person during doing the course, and this has boosted my confidence to such a level that I could dream of building my own dome home. To cut the story short, last September an opportunity came my way to purchase a land around 95,000 square feet in a village which is around 10 kilometers from the town I'm staying. I grabbed the opportunity, and it was the remaining life savings I have since I started to build a dome house in the land with effect from 19th of November 2018. The dome house is under construction. I'm attaching here today's photos and videos of construction, which were only a month later. Once complete, this may be the first residential dome house in India. Being in India, you know, there are a lot of disadvantages. Even though I'm very much interested to build an aircrete or super dome home, I found out that it was very difficult, impossible, you must say, to get materials of the same. Also, we couldn't find the polyprop bags in Nepal. We had to stitch parachute material, which was a disaster, but then eventually we have managed to find it. So I can relate to that. In the end, I have to make a compromise. I thought, let me see if I can build a dome house using materials and resources that are available to locally. Bring it on. Awesome. With that in mind, I went to the village where my land is and selected a team of skilled and unskilled laborers on daily wages and started. I'm using AAC blocks to build the dome house, which is similar to aircrete and very lightweight, and they can be cuttable. Since 19th of November, I've been thinking of writing to you, but then thought that when I have a problem, I'll write. But till date, the construction is going smoothly. Bring it on. Today, together with a friend of mine, we filmed the construction using his drone camera. I feel that I should not wait any longer and share this with you. I was jumping for joy. I was like, yes, jumping, bouncing around. So I just wanted to share, like, you know, in essence, like, why do we want to build a dome? And it's not because we just like weird and wonderful shapes. And yes, I do. But a dome home, as you can see, can be built with any novice, and I'm saying novice that never held a hammer in their hand can build this house. Guaranteed. In fact, if you're not able to build this house after watching our online tutorials, even 5 years later, I will give you full money back guarantee. But the bottom line, you will be able to build it. I've had students now in Nepal that never held a hammer, and they where like, yes, I'm building myself a home. The beauty about Aircrete is, if you can see from my outdoor bathroom, you can add on a room months later. So you have a budget of $5,000. Boom, you build yourself a shell and make it, put the glass windows, and then you can already live in it. All for $5,000. Then you can start doing the finishing touches, the lights, the electrical. But you're not camping out in a tent anymore, because trust me, I stayed in a tent in my brother's land and it was depressing, because you come from a beautiful space or your square box home and then you suddenly with the tent above you. So it's super easy, it is super affordable. You just follow the compass arm. It stands in the middle about belly button height, and you know, you follow this long arm brick by brick, you put the bricks in. Done, done, done. Okay, with obviously some special techniques which Hajar taught me and I teach you. Shaping of the bricks, putting little wedges in, so putting plastic bottles with weights, so the bricks, when you're putting it at an angle, doesn't fall through. You know, all these little tricks I show you, and you can probably build the dome just from listening what I just said in the last 10 seconds. But obviously with the training, it's full on foundation, waterproofing. I mean, I've had some serious challenges. I had to waterproof this entire house. It's all there. You can see with little patches, pieces of sandbags, Super Adobe. We cut them, we dip them into the liquid, and then we put them diamond after diamond, and then through sanded it to, whilst it was wet, to create a key for the final plaster to go in. So dome homes are affordable, easy to build. You're guaranteed to build a home. You can expand from it, and you can still build yourself a box home next to it if you want to live in a box home. But really, we're talking the difference in getting a loan for $200,000 for this fancy box that will need AC in, AC, cold water in, hot water in, sewage out, grey water out for the rest of its eternity. Or you build yourself a home like this with extra rooms and all the wetlands and a solar geyser and a rocket stove and wetlands to treat your grey water and a little pool outside, and the soil from the pool you're going to use to pack into the bags. I mean, how cool is that? You dig a pond, and the soil from the pond you fill into the bags. This is what I'm talking about. And for $15,000 you're going to have yourself 4 of these rooms, big rooms with passages and tunnels, and all your wetlands and your solar electrical and your geyser and the wetlands and everything installed for 15 grand. A house that heats itself, cools itself, treats its own water, grows your food using waste. Gosh, what else do you want? You know, versus a house for $200,000 that you have to pay for utility bills for the rest of its life. You have to pay for water coming in, pay for sewage going out, electrical, you know, energy, you know, all of that. So it's not just $200,000. It's $200,000 every 10 years in utility bills on top of it for every 10 years. So by the time you reached 100 years, this home has cost you close to $2 million, $3 million in everything you've paid, versus $15,000 for a house that just looks after you and cleans you water and so on and so forth. Videos from Perillet. He shows some of his simple low-tech construction methods. He didn't use fancy wooden frames like we did for the windows. He actually sculpted them out of ferro cement, which is what we did in Nepal with our bamboo window. So he used really simple methods, and it's super cool. So please keep on watching, and if you feel the calling, I ask you please to consider investing into Buyaveda online training, which will teach you how to build a home with all the water systems and electrical, everything. You can get it for $200 using capital L, small e, capital H promo code. Just please consider investing into the training. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and as I just promised you in this video, if 5 years later you're not able to build a home after you watching our videos, then please send me one email. I'll give you your money back, because obviously I failed. And but as you can see from this video, Perillet, which I have never met before, has built himself a home just by watching our online videos. It is replicable, it is doable with low-skilled labor. I've done it with our students, and we finished it with our South African labor, which never knew how to build or plaster these things. And of course, Pierre was just shown that it's done, it can be done, and I've just proven it again in Nepal, where I taught 14 people, and 6 of them never spoke English, and all of them know how to build a dome house. I mean, without a language, I was able to teach folk how to build a dome home. And we had 6 Nepalese that are brilliant, that were even better than some of the other people in the course. They got it, and because it's inherent in them and their traditions and their culture to build natural buildings, it's just there. So I look forward to be seeing you in the inside of our training. I'm really needing your support so I can get to Russia and start the community and the training center, so we can have the people coming and learning how to create collaborative communities and how to build homes, because all the workshops from now on are going to be on our land in Russia. So please support me, and I look forward to be seeing you on the inside. Have a fantastic day.